Well, joining me in the studio tonight is the sports analyst Ernest Opuni. Now, we're going to talk about role models in sport, and this follows the pictures of Aston Villa's Jack Grealish on social media, passed out while on holidays, only 19 years old. But there's been a huge discussion about role models and, you know, should we or children, people, public, look up to them? What are your thoughts?
I think unless we equip them, we probably have no right to expect that of them. I mean, the notion of a role model is someone whose behaviour and expertise is a source of something that younger people might want to emulate. I think when it comes to the expertise, that's fine, if you want to actually look out for how good a player like Mr. Grealish is. However, we don't actually equip some of these players.
What do you mean by equipped? What can the clubs do, or what can, I don't know, the public do? What can they do?
An example is the NFL, and they've got this whole programme of engagement, which is about supporting players not just at the front end of their careers, which we do okay here, but supporting them through the times when they actually are playing and are earning all the money. And they've got this kind of a strap line which is about, you know, life in the middle of it and next. So they're preparing them for it. We take it up to a point where if you're a junior player, you get the support, and potentially if you don't make it as a footballer, you might have the skills and the education to look at something else. The minute you actually make it, and the minute you're actually in the first team and you're earning a huge amount of money, I'm not quite sure how much support is actually given for that bigger picture. And, you know, they're quite insulated, aren't they, footballers?
But they do get the support. Like you said before, they are quite insulated. They are living in a bubble. I mean, we just have to look at Jack Wilshere. And, you know, obviously they won the FA Cup final and they were happy. And Jack Wilshere was, let's say he was drunk. But he's been caught smoking a few times as well. I mean, what do you do in that situation? I mean, he's a great player. Do you just let him do what he wants to do, or do you contain it somehow? How do you contain it?
I'm not sure. I mean, I think Mr. Wenger's response to that was, in particular, he was kind of in downtime. And I think there was another snap, wasn't there, where he was on holiday, and it's like what he does on holiday you can't really control. And it may just be back to these anchors. If a player thinks, I need to protect my body, it's almost a bit of a temple and it's my means of earning a living, therefore I'm not going to do X, Y and Z, you won't see them doing it. But that's the bit that I'm not sure is focused upon enough. And then we end up with these rather high set bars in terms of expectations on how they're going to behave.
Well, aren't we being a bit too harsh on them? I mean, OK, going back to Jack Grealish, she's 19 years old. And yes, he was drunk and passed out, but aren't other 19-year-olds doing the same thing?
Absolutely. I suppose it's one of those things. I'm sure once upon a time a player of that age could have done that, and there wouldn't have been some kind of a smartphone, or certainly not multimedia and social media and all the stuff that goes with it, and it's beamed everywhere. So moments that potentially could be private, maybe once upon a time were, no longer are, therefore it's front page news. And it's a young man, as you say.
And that's my next question. How much does social media play in this role?
Huge. It's huge. I mean, if you think of certain media where you put something out there, like, say, Twitter, then it's retweeted, suddenly you're all over the globe and you're hitting literally millions of people in one fell swoop, with no opportunity to actually control images or perception. And as I say, this is a young person, probably in a bit of downtime. No one I'm aware of has actually supported him, even though he's had a particular instance before, hasn't he, with another substance. What's the support mechanism?
OK. Well, thank you very much. We'll see you very soon, hopefully.
I hope so.